Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. Today, we are looking at something very different in the drone world. It is called the Antigravity A1. At first glance, it might look like another small drone, but the idea behind it is unique. Imagine taking a 360 camera like the Insta360 X5 and then making it fly. That is exactly what the Antigravity A1 does. It is the first drone of its kind to capture 360 footage in up to 8K resolution. Now you may wonder, why would anyone need a 360 drone? Why would you want to record the sky above or see what is happening behind you? That was my first thought as well. But when you actually fly it, the answer becomes clear. The A1 can capture angles and shots that are simply not possible with regular drones. It allows you to look in every direction, giving you complete freedom over your footage. For me, that made flying exciting again. It is not perfect and may not be for everyone, but it is definitely something new compared to all the other drones on the market. The story behind the A1 is interesting. Insta360 has created a new company called Antigravity. This brand is focused only on drones but uses Insta360's camera technology and funding. The A1 is their very first product. And because it weighs less than 250 grams, it bypasses many of the restrictions that larger drones face. This makes it easier for people to fly without worrying about heavy regulations. Of course, there is already strong competition in the drone space. DJI has been leading with models like the Mavic series, the mini drones, and even the FPV-focused Avatar. So Antigravity decided to stand out by combining a 360 camera with a completely new control system. That is what makes the A1 different. The system is built around three main parts. The first part is the drone itself. At first sight, it looks a little familiar, but it has unique touches. On the front, there are obstacle avoidance sensors. On the top, you see two big camera lenses that give you 8K 360 video. On the bottom, there is a small landing gear that automatically lowers when the drone comes into land. At the back, there is a swappable battery, although the final capacity has not been confirmed. There is also a slot for a microSD card. Nothing too surprising here, but it is the foundation for everything else. The second part is the Vision headset. It looks a bit like a mix between DJI's goggles and a sci-fi gadget, complete with antennas on top. This is still an early prototype, but when you wear it, you see a 360-degree live stream from the drone. The quality is pretty good, and it feels like watching an IMAX screen right in front of your eyes. The display is more square, with details like your speed and height shown on top. It feels almost like playing a flight simulator game, except this is real life. Antigravity calls it immersive flying, and that's a good description. Even if you have flown FPV drones before, this feels different. Because the drone records everything in 360, you can focus on flying forward while still knowing you will not miss anything. One of the most surprising things is that the drone itself is invisible in the footage. The way the two lenses stitch the video together means you never see the drone in your shot. You can look up, down, left, or right, and it feels like the camera is floating on its own. There is also a small wide-angle lens on the front that works as a pass-through camera if you want to see straight ahead. The third part of the setup is the grip controller. This is not a standard remote. It is a motion controller that lets you control the drone by pointing. Press the trigger and you fly forward. Point up and the drone rises. Point down and it descends. It feels natural, almost like pointing where you want the drone to go. The controller also has a takeoff and landing button, a shutter button for recording, and a scroll wheel that can rotate the drone. It feels similar to using a VR controller, except this time it is controlling a real drone in the air. At first, flying this way can feel overwhelming. You are moving your body, the drone is moving in 3 dimensions, and the camera is also showing you a full 360 view. It can even cause motion sickness at the beginning, like in virtual reality games. But after a little practice, it starts to feel smoother. Antigravity has already made improvements like boosting the frame rate in the goggles, and they are working on features such as an anti-dizziness mode to make flying more comfortable. Now let's talk about the camera itself. The A1 uses technology very close to the Insta360X5. It can record in up to 8K with excellent stabilization. They call this flow state stabilization, and it makes the footage look smooth and steady even when the drone moves quickly. Unlike some high-end drones, you do not get a zoom lens here, which might disappoint some people. But the real strength of the A1 is the 360 capture. You can record everything at once and then reframe it later during editing. That means you never have to worry about missing a shot. You can also choose whether to export your footage in a wide 16:9 format for YouTube or a vertical 9:16 format for social media. You can even do both from the same clip. Since this is still a prototype, there are a few small issues. Sometimes you may see a stitch line where the 2 lenses meet. Dust or water on the lens also shows up in the video, so you have to be careful to keep them clean. At the moment, the lenses are not replaceable, unlike the Insta360X5, but the company is considering adding that option in the future. Propeller guards will also be available separately for added safety. One important detail is how the headset is powered. It uses an external battery pack that connects with a cable, similar to how the Apple Vision Pro works. Right now, it uses a proprietary port, not USB-C, because Antigravity says this ensures stable power. That might be inconvenient, but they argue it prevents random cables from causing connection issues. The drone also comes with important safety features. It has obstacle sensors, return to home, and geo-restrictions to keep it out of no-fly zones. It even has a payload detection system that prevents it from carrying extra weight, which helps ensure it is not misused. The lightweight design under 250 grams also means fewer flying restrictions in many regions. Battery life is not finalized yet, but the swappable design means you can carry spares for longer flying sessions. GPS positioning is included, and the company has suggested there will be an app for settings and editing, similar to DJI's app. As for price, the company has not shared exact details yet. But they have hinted that it will be a premium drone. Considering the hardware package, which includes the drone, the headset, the motion controller, and the battery pack, it will likely cost more than $1,000. What excites me most about the A1 is not just the specifications but the new kind of experience it offers. Most new drones only bring small upgrades, like slightly better cameras or longer flight times. The Antigravity A1 feels like something different. It allows me to capture shots I could never get before, with a level of freedom that is hard to explain until you try it. It may not replace a traditional drone for everyone, but it opens the door to creative possibilities we have not seen before. So that is the Antigravity A1. A lightweight drone with a 360 camera, 8K video, immersive goggles, and a brand new way to fly. It is not perfect yet, but it feels like the start of a new category of drones. Would you want to try it yourself? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Spec Hunter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon for the latest updates.